Welcome to this Monday morning coaching meditation. This week, I'm talking about self-doubt. And I want you to just get yourself comfortable and close your eyes when you're ready, making sure that you'll be undisturbed for about 10 or 15 minutes. Self-doubt can be very invasive in our world, and some people experience severe self-doubt, causing lots of other issues, and others just a bit. But we all experience it at times. And it comes from an earlier time when you were younger and you had not yet had the experience that you've had to date. You've not yet learnt what you needed to learn that enables you to start to believe in yourself. So today, all you have to do is listen in, tune in, follow the meaning of my words to enable you to shift whatever you need to shift that's going to help you the most. So I'm going to take you through a series of rooms. So in a moment, and when you're ready, I want you to imagine that there is a door in front of you. And when you're ready, I want you to step through the door into a room that is completely red. This room represents the issues that you're facing in your world around self-doubt. In fact, as you look around the room and you evaluate the different ways self-doubt is showing up, I want you to notice what you notice, that right in the middle is the self-doubt, almost radiating out into all the ways that it shows up in your world. Just for a moment, as you focus on that self-doubt, where do you feel it? Where do you sense it? Is it in your head, your heart, your gut, or somewhere else? It doesn't much matter. Just notice what you notice. Just feel into it. Let it soften and flow. The energy, just sitting with the energy to allow it to move through you. And as your body does what the body needs to do with that self-doubt, I want you to think about your skills and abilities, your strengths, things that you do well. And how might they be brought to bear around self-doubt? In a moment, I'm going to move you to the next room. So look for the door that you've not yet passed through. And as you do move through to that, notice you're now in an orange room, completely orange. And here is the desire that you have to overcome this problem of self-doubt. What's important to you about clearing this issue and these ways that it's showing up in your world? Why is it important for you? It could be that you're just about to start the next part of your journey. It could be that you're just tired of missing opportunities or forever being in the background. I don't know, but you do. And just know it's here that you can start to gather together the desire to overcome it. It's orange room representing desire. So where do you feel the desire? Is it in the same place or somewhere different? Just sense the desire. Could be in your gut and it could be in your heart. Maybe your head, but less so. And when you've got the feeling there of the desire to make the changes, because this is where you are right now, notice the next door that's going to lead you through to a yellow room, a completely yellow room. And as you step through, the yellow room represents you tapping into your hopes and optimism. Just imagine what you could find as you step through. Really be with it for the moment. Because in this yellow room, what you will find, in your own way, is a burst of sunshine. That's right, a burst of sunshine that will shine the light on the deepest part of you, making it your hope and optimism bigger and bolder, brighter and better. You can overcome this. You can let go of that younger you who is stuck and caught up in self-doubt because they didn't have what they needed. That's right, very good. This determination now to start to move forward in some way that works for you. And in a moment, and when you're ready, I want you to notice another room, another door leading to another room. And this is a green room, a completely green room. Stepping through, and as you do, imagine drifting to a calmer place, more relaxed, more peaceful. And in this space, you can start to look at your issue of self-doubt more objectively, dispassionately even. And you could see a TV screen with that old self-doubt that you had. Wonder where that might be. And as you look at it, you could look at it as though you were a friend. And what might they say to you? Giving you a new perspective. They might be surprised that you've experienced self-doubt. I wonder what they might be saying to you instead. And I don't know what that is, but what would your best friend say to you if they knew you experienced self-doubt? Maybe a partner would say. But I want you to hear the positive things that they're saying to you, because this is really important, because we can only grow when we start to heal those old parts of us inside. And self-doubt is a big one. What we want it to do is to blossom and grow into an abundance of confidence, self-assurance, self-esteem, whatever you want to replace that with, it's entirely up to you. A promise of good things coming your way, really beginning to enjoy it. And as you begin to realize how you can achieve this, what you can do, I wonder if you could see the next door that you could step through. And as you step through, you step into a blue room, beautiful blue, bright, cheerful and uplifting, just for you. And what we're doing is we're going deeper with each door to do the work that we need to do that's going to work for you the most. Getting ready now to overcome that old problem of self-doubt, because it's no longer useful for you. Believing in yourself and trusting yourself are the keys to really taking back control of who you are. And you could imagine getting stronger and stronger now, finding the strength and the energy to overcome these issues in some way that works for you. But as you do, experiencing a deeper inner calm each and every day that goes past. And the interesting thing is that as you do, you can start to sense notice, experience a greater belief in yourself. And because you believe in yourself, that means that you can start to trust yourself more. And because you trust yourself more, you can find yourself believing in yourself more, leaving very, very little room for those old ways of being around self-doubt. How amazing are you? And when you're ready, moving through the next door to an indigo room, a really deep nighttime blue. I want you just to imagine whatever it needs to be for you that represents how easily, effortlessly, maybe even seamlessly you can transition from that old you to this new you. The one that is free of those old ways of being, because you can now tap into a new way of being, which is enabling you to believe in yourself more. No longer that small person, that younger you who experienced self-doubt everywhere. You've got lots of experience. You've got a maturity around you that is helping you every day that goes past. And you can start to notice and tick the box on days when things have gone really, really well, because these are the things for you to focus on. And it's as simple as that. Focusing on the things you do well. And all you're doing is learning from the things that don't. And that's all they are, is learnings. How can I do them better? What do I need to do or be that means that I will get a better result? And in a moment, I want you to move from this room to a door where you move through, and it's a purple room. And just as you're there, you've been open and listening to the suggestions to help you overcome everything you needed to. But this is your best self, your highest self, your self that is one with who you are, comfortable with the way you are. Like all of us, somebody who is on a journey and will always make mistakes somewhere. But that's the nature of growing and developing, getting better as a human being. And you can start to embrace those in a completely different way so that self-doubt becomes a thing of the past, except in big decisions. And then it's just something to listen to and to make sure that you've got the right information. And that's it. It's as easy as that. So being open to whatever you need to be open to hearing whatever you need to hear that's going to help you the most today. Being ready now to embrace believing in yourself and trusting yourself. And what I'm going to suggest here is the believing in yourself comes from your cognitive mind. It knows what you do well. It knows your skills and abilities. It knows if you don't have enough information, who you can speak to, where you can go. It knows that sometimes making no decision is a decision. And then I'm going to suggest that actually, if you are open to it, that the other part of you, that part that trusts yourself, is in your heart. Because I think that the heart knows what's right for you. You may choose your gut because actually that's the most sensitive one, but either of those two is fine. But just notice if trust is in one of those two. And if it's not, is it worth moving it? I wonder if you might be able to. So now, are you ready for those final changes, just to wrap it up, bring it together, sort it out? I want you to move into the final room. as you walk through the door, finding yourself in a brightly lit white light that you can step into, feeling completely safe and secure, peaceful even, and feeling right at home, because you are. This is a deeper part of you. This is your home, who you truly are. It's the you that people don't necessarily see. It's the you that's never really been allowed to blossom and grow. But it's your you at your very core. And when you're in this core, I want you to notice that in this space, you can feel unconditional and universal love, whatever that might be like for you. And as you feel it, you can start to really notice how deep that's going for you. Loving and appreciating who you are is just another step on your journey. Just imagine this loving and appreciating yourself really beginning to enable you to believe in yourself and to trust yourself even more than you did before. And these three things, combined with the psychological safety of being in this core you, can really begin to help you let go of self-doubt in so many different ways. And your unconscious mind can decide what it needs to do to let go. That's right, very good. And in a moment, I'm going to bring you back towards the now. But before I do, just notice what you notice about those rooms. Notice that the red room, as you look back through the room, so all the doors are open and you can see all the way through, notice that the red room has become smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, until just before it disappears. Remember, this was your issue. And it's gone. The red room has disappeared. Bringing your attention to the orange room. And this is where you were starting to overcome the issues, understanding what you could do, the skills that you had that would help you. What was important to you about letting this go? And notice that becoming smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, until just before it disappears. And it's gone. And same with the yellow room. This is where you had the light shining through to the things that you could do. Like a sunshine, really shining a spotlight. Notice that becoming smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, until just before it disappears. You're ready to let go. Marvelous. And then you've got the green room. This is where you were doing your healing. This was where you were starting to disconnect from that old way of being. Allow that room to become so small as you look back, disappearing when you're ready to let it go. And then you've got the blue room, and we're going to do the same thing. This is where you start to tap into the better ways of you, the side of you that believes in yourself and trusts in yourself. And the more you start to pay more attention to where you believe yourself, how you believe in yourself, the circumstances, you can start to give yourself a gentle nod, a little smile maybe, because that's beginning the trusting yourself. You know that you're all right in these areas. And because you're all right in those areas, you know you can be all right in others. How amazing is that? And watch it getting smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, until just before it disappears. And it's gone. Which just leaves the indigo room and the purple room. And I wonder whether it's worth bringing those two together. merging those indigo room and that purple room together, because now we're starting to build on your new ways of being. And as they merge together, just noticing the color you get, and then making them smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, until just before they disappear. And then see the door close, but you know, as it does, that room can just go. And now you're entirely in this room full of bright white light. This is the new you. This is the you who believes in themselves, trusts themselves more and more each day. And yes, you're going to start with small stuff. But as you practice this, do this whenever you need to, you can start to grow this and start to love and appreciate yourself in ways that you didn't think possible. And because you do, you're starting to feel psychologically safe. I'm going to bring you back towards the now. And as I do, knowing that you can go back to this room whenever you need to, get in touch with that really true you, the core you. As 5, allowing your unconscious mind to take on whatever else it needs to learn as we've gone through this process. 4, being ready to bring with you anything else that you need to learn. The unconscious mind will know, and it can store those learnings in that place where it stores all your learnings, so that whenever you need them in the future now, they'll be there for you. 3, just allowing yourself to revel in this beautiful space of you, your inner you, the core you, there whenever you need it. 2, coming back towards the now, getting ready to bring back with you everything you need that's going to help today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and onwards into your future. Now beginning to feel self-assured, really beginning to feel better about yourself, more confident, self-worth growing every day that goes by. And all you have to do is imagine this room as 1, coming back into the room and opening your eyes only as fast as you are ready to be different now. And feeling your fingers and toes and wiggling those as you open your eyes. Nice deep breath. Good to go.